Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video by yours truly. We have Tang Tang in the spotlight for Arknights Endfield, and I have been having a great deal of fun with this character. When I first started out with her, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just kind of like throwing out the battle skill and just spamming it without understanding what was going on. And then I started to understand the methodical approach to battle skill into the combo skill to create the water sprout on the ground and then funnel two more of those tornadoes, right? That was like, oh, this changes everything, gamers. And then I didn't even know that the ultimate can also create the water sprout and turn it into a tornado, or more so turn it into a tornado. So there's some fun little quirks and intricacies that can help your rotations out that I kind of want to help you guys out with this video and explain how that stuff functions with both Last Right's team and Yvonne's team. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. But first, huge shout out to the Arknights Endfield team for sponsoring this video and enabling me to provide you with this insightful information. If you like what you see, you can download Arknights Endfield by clicking the link down below in the description box or the pinned comment in the comment section. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So one of the things I like to try and do in my guides is explain things in a palatable manner that's pretty easy to pick up. One of the most important things about Tang Tang is her battle skill. It creates a water sprout that twirls around the target for some really good damage, but it also allows you to start her combo skill for free. So we'll go ahead and do that one more time. You'll see the combo skill pop up. We'll do the combo skill. And now here's another important, very important variable that maybe some players overlook. When you do the combo skill, you'll see an ice little particle on the ground. You'll see it right here. It's very, very small. And that ice particle enables you to create two water sprouts with either her skill or her ultimate. And so if I pop her skill now, you'll see now there's two twirling around the guy, and they twirl for double the damage as well. It gets pretty crazy. And so there's a combo you can do with Tang Tang that enables you to inflict two cryo infliction stacks in the blink of an eye. That's very, very strong in this game because it enables characters like Last Right or even Yvonne to deal a lot more damage. Last Right can't even proc her combo skill unless you have 3 cryo infliction stacks. And so somebody like Tang Tang is just buffing the living crap out of Last Right. Last Right got shot to the moon with Tang Tang. She covered her weakness in AoE. She covered her weakness to be able to apply cryo infliction stacks fast, and she just boosted her damage up as well. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the debuffs Tang Tang is applying while you're in the act of doing her combo. It's actually pretty nice. So we'll open up with Shahi here. We'll dodge. We'll go straight into her ultimate. Okay. Battle skill into combo skill. Animation cancel, jump up and plunge. Boom. Now look up top left. You'll notice I put slow on him. I put art's susceptibility on him, and I put art's damage taken because I have her signature weapon. And so once all those debuffs are applied, your Last Right or your Yvonne will be able to do a lot more damage. In fact, Last Right applies an additional debuff, cryo susceptibility. And so that's 3 different debuffs that are multiplicative: cryo susceptibility, art susceptibility, and then art's damage taken all at the top. And so let's go ahead and go through this whole combo now. We open up with Shahi. He tries to hit me, I dodge. Ultimate with Tang Tang. Battle skill, combo skill, animation cancel, jump up, plunge, right? She opens up to apply the 3rd cryo infliction stack and then the 4th cryo infliction stack. Now there's 4 cryo infliction stacks, bam, right? Now there's cryo susceptibility on his head. We go straight into the ultimate for some good damage. I'm talking, so I'm not auto attacking right now, but that is pretty much how that combo works. And you'll notice I still have all kinds of skill points down there. And so it's a very, very smooth and fluent rotation thanks to Tang Tang being able to do double cryo infliction, art susceptibility, art's damage taken, provided you have her sig with the art's damage taken, all in the blink of an eye. And it's not costing too much. The other cool thing about her and Last Right is they both recover SP when you do their combos correctly. Well, Last Right just recovers it, period, with her battle skill. And then Tang Tang recovers it when you drop the water sprout and then recover it. And so there's plenty of skill point funneling to like butcher an enemy. Now that we understand how it all works, let's do a full-blown rotation so you guys could get the gist of what it's capable of. Keep in mind, guys, I'm playing with a 3-star on the team, which is crazy. So we got our battle skill, chain combo, animation cancel, jump up, plunge. Fluorite pops up with combo. Fluorite ults to apply the final cryo infliction stack. Boom. This allows us to pop off with Last Right. Some really juicy damage. Yep. Now I'm going to start working on that second combo here. Here we go. Last Right's going to help me. There we go. Double tornado. He's already at 3 stacks. We freeze him. Oh, you got hit there. That sucks. Okay. I think he's already about to go in his second phase. Yeah, there we go. So that's second phase. And, you know, this fight's one of those fights, too, where you can actually use Last Right to your advantage. because you can shoot with Tang Tang from over here, right? So you can just start like busting him up and set him up the combos before he's done here. Last right, second one to get the build buff, right? And now follow up with her, Water Sprout. And this guy's just getting eviscerated, right? And that last right ultimate again. I mean, this team is great, man. I love it so much, dude. Okay. Oh. There we go. Had to stun him there. Didn't let him. And now our ult's up there. Whirlpool again, right? Her ult's up. He's about to get stunned. He can't move. I'm telling you, man, this team is amazing. Last right goes again, and we're doing it at third stack, right? We could do it at 4 stacks if we want to. I'm just kind of showing you guys the gist of how you can decimate an enemy. And so that's just the last right team. Now let's go ahead and pop over to the Gilberta team so you can see what that's cooking with. All right, so with this team, the priorities are a bit different. You're all about solidification. You don't really have to stack a bunch of cryo affliction stacks. You can, but you don't have to. You got freezing point, which is going to give critical damage dealt plus 20%, and it's doubled if they're solidified. You also have her weapon that gives you even more damage bonus, and if she is the one who solidifies them, its effects get doubled too. And so you do kind of want to do 2 different things. You want to make sure they're solidified, but you also want to make sure Yvonne is doing solidification right before she goes into her ult. Thankfully, her cryo infliction battle skill can solidify itself, and her combo skill can also solidify when it explodes. So pretty simple overall. But yeah, what I like to do with this team is the same thing. I open up with Shahi when they're in midair. I pray my my teammate doesn't get hit. They didn't. Thank you. I open up with Gilberta ult right after this. Into battle skill. Double chain combo. Animation cancel, jump up, boom. And I'll do another battle skill because it's just so much freaking damage. Right? And we almost filled it up. Boom. Now we can open up with Yvonne battle skill and switch over to Yvonne. 1 chain. Boom. Bam. Now that right there, that little thing I just put down, it'll explode and put more solidification on them. It just did. I will take it. Who cares? Right? And so now from here, we can just start the whole combo over again. Right? We just start auto attacking on him. He's getting freaking cooked right now, actually. And so now we got the double tornado. Yeah, but bro's just getting fried. Now, there's one more piece of advanced information I want to talk to you guys about with Tang Tang, and it's going to be perfectly demonstrated here in this last right showcase against the in-game mode. And that's where I'm going up against this douchebag, the rock guy. Which, by the way, he got his cheeks clapped by me in like a minute and 20 seconds, I believe. But never mind that. Notice I immediately start preemptively doing my auto attack sequence. That way, my last right can immediately do her battle skill. Last right's battle skill can be placed onto any opponent, any member of the team. As long as you do a final strike, it'll then trigger it. And so I preemptively start doing this. By the time he gets over here, I just dodge and look at that little shiny blue thing on her hand. That's last right's battle skill, right? All I do now, look, straight into a final attack, which triggers my last right. Bam. And get this, last right triggers my chain combo for Tang Tang. This is what's very important to establish, and I'm going to explain why it's so important to know. First and foremost, last right has a set on that gives her a 35% arts damage dealt bonus if she triggers 2 cryo inflictions. So this means if I don't trigger cryo inflictions with last right, she's never going to receive this damage bonus. Another cool thing about last right is she returns 30 of the SP she consumed to cast her battle skill back to you. This creates good skill point positivity when you're doing your rotations. And so it's very important that you open up with last right's battle skill, especially when you're going up against the in-game mode that doesn't start you off with all your ultimates up. You don't have no ultimates up. You open up with her battle skill, right? You do the final attack, it does the battle skill, and then it triggers the chain combo. Boom, right? This allows me to set up a whirlpool on the ground. Right, so now we have a whirlpool on the ground, which then enables me to do the battle skill of Tang Tang. Guess what? Her Tang Tang battle skill now creates 2 whirlpools, right? And so now that chains fluorite into triggering 3 freaking cryo inflictions. You see what I mean? So even with ults down, there's a methodical approach to getting this rotation set up, but it's different from the one you saw when all ults were up. Now I'm doing last right's battle skill into combo skill of Tang Tang, and then Tang Tang battle skill into combo skill of fluorite. This is much more effective and efficient. And then you just do one more hit with last right again. Now I've done 2 last right battle skills, thus giving her that 35% arts damage dealt bonus from her set, enabling her to get a full-blown damage dealing hit, boom, right onto the target's head, right? And so this is how I change up the rotation when I'm going up against the in-game modes. It's a little bit different, but it allows me to do a lot more damage and circumvent not having ults up. It also manages my skill points down there a lot more efficiently. And so we dodge this, we do one more. Now she's got 4 cryo infliction stacks. We do another one. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, he's just getting clapped. And at this point, you know, we pop her ultimate to get rid of that red shield. Once you get that red shield down, this puppy takes a lot more damage on the chin, right? And so now he's on his stun mode. We're doing Shahi ult. We're trying to get more stacks filled up, and this guy just gets cooked from here on out. But it's very important to establish the nuances of Tang Tang's combo skill. You don't have to use her own battle skill to create the combo skill all the time. There's going to be certain teams where you might want to do somebody else's battle skill to chain her combo and then open up with her whirlpool, or I'm sorry, her water sprout. It's just much more effective. But yeah, that was like, as you could see, that was a minute and 22 seconds to complete that in-game fight there. Very important. And just so we're not confused here, guys, we can go ahead and close that out. If we come over here to last right, this is what I was talking about. I was talking about this right here. Last right will never get this benefit if all you're doing is spamming Tang Tang's combo skill or battle skill over and over and over and never actually using last rights. And this doesn't just like pertain to last right. It just depends on the set and the intricacies or the rotation of the character you might be using Tang Tang with. Like I said, her combo skill can also be triggered from Art's Burst, which is 2 elemental stacks. Art's Burst isn't just cryo, it's 2 stacks of any of the elements. So that means you could potentially pop off with Tang Tang and all these other teams too. I just haven't done that. I want to play her with Last Right and Yvonne, you know, but I do want to test with more, but it's important to like lay the groundwork first. Now I just want to briefly talk to you guys about Tang Tang's build. Pretty much everybody is running the bone crushing set, and that's because it just amplifies her battle skill, which is going to be the little tornadoes taking for a ton of damage. And then you'll go for 2 double kit stacks of battle skill damage bonus plus 41.4%. It is unfortunate that it doesn't have, you know, the correct stats, agility and strength. But this is just so ridiculous that you just double up on that bad boy and call it a day. And when you enhance it, which you can see I haven't yet, you want to enhance agility and battle skill. You want to prioritize those. And then for the arm, I am personally, or the hand, I'm going for agility strength with even more battle skill damage bonus, just because the skill really does do a lot of damage. But there's actually a number of options. Like you can go for this. There's also options where you get ultimate gain efficiency, right? If you want to get another 20%, I think that's cool. It all depends on how you're doing your rotations. There's like literally 4 different gloves you can go for, but me personally, this is the glove I'm rocking. I don't think it makes that big of a difference, to be honest. And then of course you need 3 pieces to get the bone crushing set, and so I went for ultimate gain efficiency. In terms of skill priority, once again, you want to take this puppy to the moon right here. You don't even have to really take this up. She doesn't do that much damage with it, to be honest. It's kind of a, I'm not gonna say it's a waste of resources, but you know, it's kind of mad. Auto attack, because her auto attacks are so cool, I think this is worth taking all the way up, because I'm going to be piloting her just because she has the best and most fun auto attacks. Ultimate does some chunky damage. It does. When you do the early rogue wave proc, it gets a 560% multiplier. And so taking this puppy up is also nice. One of the most important things about the ultimate, as we all know, though, was 2 different things. One, the immobilization. It literally freezes the enemy for like 4 freaking seconds. Yeah, Olden stare duration, 4 seconds. And then the other thing is it creates the water sprout for free if you do your combo and then plunge afterwards. And so that's kind of the important thing about her ultimate. Other than that, I like to try to keep things short and sweet. That is Tang Tang in a nutshell. I am playing her, of course, with Last Right and with Yvonne, and then I throw in either Shahi or Gilberta, or if you're based like me, you do Fluorite. Fluorite has really good cryo infliction. She procs it for free with her combo skill, and she procs it again with her ultimate. And so she's really good synergistically wise with Tang Tang. In fact, Fluorite gets a damage bonus if they're slowed, and Tang Tang slows them. So it's like really cool things like that that kind of synergize with Fluorite. I'm really happy about that. And then again, of course, if you want to play her with other teams, I think she even works well under other teams because her cryo infliction can proc art reactions. She also still does art susceptibility, which is beneficial to everyone, and art's damage taken. That's also beneficial to everyone if you picked up her signature. And then of course, immobilization is also kind of broken. I just think she's a great character all around. But that's going to wrap up my guide. I hope I brought you guys some pretty useful information. Huge shout out to Arknights Endfield for sponsoring this video and enabling me to bring you guys some insightful information. Peace, love, and happiness. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side.